Good.
Got it.
No. Yeah. We did it. We did it, gang.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
everybody.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Liam McKinnon, your dungeon master for Novice DMing. We got David. We got Kylah. We got Noah. 1 second. We got Noah right over there. There he is. Fantastic. Welcome one and all to another session for Curse of Strahd. We're happy to have everybody here with us. Unfortunately, Padon is not with us today. He is off sick or just kind of reeling after some stuff, so he is going to just be away for today's session. But that's a-okay. Happy to have everybody else here right now. Let's see, getting into it. I'm really excited to go into our session right now, recap everything. A couple of quick announcements. First of all, I want to announce that the Novice Dungeon Mastering summer camps are going to be going up again officially today. I'm going to be posting up a lot of stuff regarding entrances about that. People can be able to book for either the Dungeon Master summer camp or a brand new player workshop kind of seminar game experience that I'm going to be running as well, where we have like it's broken down to have like 3 workshop days to help players focus on like more socialized skills, developing characters in a session 0, considering how to make characters when you are working in a collaborative space, and keeping in mind that whatever character you want to bring to a table, you will also be able to allow their story to be told with other people. And we're going to be talking about how that can influence your choices, being receptive to character choices, not like pushing back against other players, and embracing the choices that people bring and present to your character to create fun at the table with your friends and complete strangers. It's also going to be set with a 4-session game. I believe for myself, it's going to be set with Tomb of Annihilation. And who knows if a lot of people sign up for the player summer camp and I get some people for the Dungeon Master summer camp too, we may have the Dungeon Masters actually play in their campaigns that they develop for the actual course. And see if we can do something like that, because I think that would be really cool to give the Dungeon Masters some like firsthand experience as well. So yeah, those summer camps are going to be going up. You can check them out on my Facebook page for Novice DMing. Be able to sign up. I'm really excited to be having those go on the summer, because it's my big work project. Also coming up in 2 weeks is Sorry Not Sorry's GameCon appearance. We are sponsored by GameCon, or sponsors of GameCon. We're Edmonton locals sponsorings with GameCon. It's great. And we, yeah, with Sorry Not Sorry, we are going to be at GameCon from Friday, June 14th, June 15th, and June 16th, where we are going to be on the main stage on June 15th for YEG D&D. We are also going to be at our booth, which is near the main stage, to promote and talk about our Fringe Festival performances, Sorry Not Sorry in general, and just be around in character and talking about crazy stuff and being adventurers and stuff like that. I'm super excited to be with the company for this amazing opportunity, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at GameCon that comes out and says hi. We'll be like, hello, or maybe something a little less like that. Maybe be like, hello, everyone. Or like, I don't know, maybe some kind of nightmare creature is going to be like, no, get away. But either way, it's going to be fun. Uh, so yeah, come check us out at GameCon. It's going to be great. We also, I was going to say, we have panels that are going to be up. There is a collaboration through storytelling panel. There is a panel talking about, with like cosplayers, about making your characters through costumes and such. And then we have a Magic the Improvising. It's not a panel; it's a performance that's going on as well during the run of the convention. So that's awesome! I'm so excited. Yeah. So there's just a lot of stuff to talk about with that. Uh, and we're also going to be at the Fringe Festival in August. So yeah, but that's going to be details like for that coming out much later. Um, yeah, I don't think anything else on my end. That's really it for announcements and stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So I'm going to open up the floor to all of you guys then to ask if you all have any questions regarding character stuff or things we need clarification on after last session. Okie dokie.
Don't think so.
So, without further ado, let us dive into the Valley of Barovia and this session for Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yes. When we last left off our party of adventurers in the Valley of Barovia, you were all coming back from your excursion at Valaki, where you had grabbed the dress, and you were all Squally and Sly, being stealthy and sneaking their way through subterfuge, through the town. And as you had successfully made your way out, you were able to escape and meet up with your party, who was waiting for you outside. This party had also gained the attention of Vistani, of a caravan of Vistani that was coming out to the main gates. And Wystera, you had pulled up your cart to be like, hey, and they were like, hey, tried to capture you guys, but you intimidated them. Then they were trying to talk to you about there was a missing daughter with one of the head Vistani captains that was there. You went to the camp to investigate. Bad investigation. And so you wanted to bring them back to meet with Squally, but Squally didn't do the thing that you said that Squally could do, or was like, hey, what are you talking about? I can't do this thing that you've mentioned. And so it caused an issue, and Squally got slapped. Then you stabbed somebody because of this. So the sneaky Squally got slapped, and then the scruffly scoundrel was stabbed. And then slain. That was the alliteration I was looking for. You guys had slain the one Vistani, but there was another Vistani by the name of Aragal, who was also there, who with a bunch of other Vistani people just started shooting at you with crossbows, and then you all made a getaway. Getting back to, you were heading to Kresk to bring the dress to the Abbot, but Sly had a moment where he was talking to, Kavan, who was also, we found out, was part of the Scar Bearers, Sly's tribe, was the Scar-strewn Howlers that were up in the, it was the Baratok Mountains, and Mount Baratok. But you guys were having a conversation about, hey, you got to get the spear, my man. And you were like, hold up everything. And you had this blood put in a water cantina, and you went to go or talk to everybody into getting this blood spear from Yester Hill, which is the hill beyond the Wizard of Wines. You had all made your way to get to this hill and sneak up to the top of it where you could commit the ritual, but you snuck up to hide away from these berserkers, these mountain folk, as well as some druids that were convening and discussing how they are going to be committing a wildling attack on Kresk. I believe that is where they're going to be attacking, as well as Valaki potentially. But they were discussing they were going to be attacking the towns, but you had snuck up, committed the ritual, saw the blood spear, had a meatloaf moment, pulled it out with blood drenched all over the place, and then claimed the blood spear as your own. Honestly, Kylah, that was the one thing I was sad that you missed, was the meatloaf blood spear moment. That was it.
It was an outstanding reference that I did not
Writing
see
it down. Meatloaf blood spear moment.
from not the first album. That's the trick.
It's not the first album, no.
Anybody
Third,
can quote the first album, but someone who quotes the second or third, that's impressive.
The Prelude Slam Poetry monologue.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. As if it happened only yesterday. But from there, you guys had traveled back to Kresk, going up, heading up, noticing that there was no more wine and that the villagers, the Kresians, are frustrated and are kind of figuring out what to do. It's not a good scene right now in town, but you went up to the Abbey, and I had to get this title right because I realized I think I've been saying it wrong the whole time. And I wrote it down. Give me a second. I'm gonna just get it right because I have it here. The Abbey of Saint Markovia. I kept saying Martikovia, and Martikov is the name of the were ravens, like those people you met, the winery people. What is it? Markovia is a different person altogether. So for anybody there who's like, wait a second, I got you. Anyway, yeah, you went to that abbey to meet the abbot and to meet Vasilka, and you had seen that. Oh yes, hand up.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Did we defeat the druids and the berserkers
You had
entirely?
fought many of them, but there were some that were still around.
So some of them are still going to attack the towns.
Yes, there were some that are still around the valley.
We didn't fight any of them last session.
I see.
Yeah, no, you guys, they had a nat 20 on stealth, and you guys beat them by literally like a 6, like a 0.6 on the stealth check, which was pretty good. But you went to the Abbey. Cloven had let you guys inside. You were allowed to come in. Cloven was the lobster clawed person. But when you had met the abbot, slow progression to a fight that broke out, to which the abbot revealed their true angelic form, and you guys had fought the abbot and the 2 flesh golems inside. You had defeated both of them. You had torn the dress, destroyed it. Vasilka was destroyed. The other flesh golem was destroyed. And the abbot was righteously stabbed in the back by Sly with a brand new blood spear, which was pretty clutch. You had also noticed, Sly, that there was a cellar full of wine, like barrels and bottles, like multiple shelves of it. And you had also seen that the large sun effigy that was up above on the fireplace had fallen. There was a small little cove with some, or little, not cove, but like a little hole in the wall where you had found that there was a potion. And I believe you found something else inside of it as well. You guys may have to remind me of what that was, but you found something else there. I believe. I'll just double check. But while I double check, I will say that presently the door is also locked. You guys had made an attempt to try to open it, and it did not go very well. But
Yeah,
here yes.
Sorry, I believe we gave a potion of superior healing to Squally.
Indeed.
Yes, it is in a crystal. It's like in a crystal crystal and electrum flask. It's like a very gorgeous flask that is there.
Sorry, just didn't know if Squally knew that.
Yeah,
I did.
Okay.
I have it in my inventory.
And Squally, you currently have used for the last session. There was only 1 pass without a trace in spiritual weapons, so you've lost 2 second level spell slots
And first level spell slot at some point.
Yeah, you cast Pass Without a Trace already today as well, so you should have like 0 second level spells. But
Yes, indeed.
perfect. From there, we return.
Thank you, Noah. Sorry.
That's okay. Never thank Noah. That is an interruption, and how dare you? But actually, I should begin with this before we settle in. First of all, every single one of you, after the battle has broken out, all of you hurt to the levels that you have been. Wystera, you coming back nearly after that experience, Do have to double check one thing. I have to research like the reaction thing that we had said, just because I have to see if that a reaction is possible to use if you drop to 0 hit points as a result of an attack. I'm going to check that up. But yeah, you went unconscious. You were brought back to consciousness. You guys are reeling off your wounds. Sly taking on that celestial blood for yourself. Squally,
Yeah.
I want to just get a moment for yourself reeling after this fight. You've talked about like you shared with us like Squally's color changes from your emotions and the feelings that you carry with you as it relates with like the wind and with the carrying over that you have from your resurrection with the Abbot. I want to ask you in this moment, as your bones are exposed to the air, I want to ask you the color that your bones take on now that your skin and your feathers are completely gone from your body.
Why are my feathers and why are my bones out?
Because you're a duck.
Did I combust? Why are my bones exposed? Guys, did I lose HP?
Why are Squally's bones exposed?
What? This is a rude prank if that's what this is. Don't like it.
No, no, not at all, not at all. I just wanted to know like how you would react if your bones were exposed, to the
Probably pretty pretty upset and
Oh
pretty
yeah, I forgot to mention that. All of your bones are just exposed.
skeleton now.
Yeah.
Squally he'd be feeling pretty naked. He'd probably want some warm clothes, maybe some more wool fur,
Well, it's a good thing
Oh yeah,
there's fire.
You know,
you know.
don't make fun of my Canadian accent.
I've never heard it that strongly before.
You know?
You really leaned into it that time,
I didn't though. That was just my normal voice, but
Oh.
it's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what color my bones would be. I've never really thought
That's-
about it.
That's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Because your bones are fine. Your feathers are fine. You're good. What I
Okay.
will say is as the
Welcome
rain
back.
begins to pour, trickling off of the windows, the stained glass in this chamber, you guys see the fire that was roaring here, providing a
Squally standing in
small
it.
and eerie sense of
He's just standing in the fire, like a really bad spawn point.
Ah!
He's like, sorry guys, I
That
missed
got me.
last week, just immediately.
Yeah, well, that was a fun fight. Let's see where I end up. No, fire! It just like caught it. But yeah, anyway, you guys are really like after this fight, you have this moment to yourselves in the main hall. And now pass it off to you.
Well, first of all, I think we should take the wine to the villagers. Second of all, we have to get out of here.
I think first to get the wine to the villagers, we'd have to get out of here.
Yeah, I think
So-
that, yeah, Kari says, I think that's priorities are very much, I'm surprised Sly got that one. Yeah.
So, are there windows?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Squally's just looking at the rain on the windows right now. And like, well, how
But are
high
they-
up are we?
Are they glass or just open windows and not big enough for us to crawl through, or what?
Stained glass. Pay attention. Just kidding. It's stained glass.
The rain is trickling across the stained glass window
Oh,
outside.
right.
Precisely what he said.
What height is the windows?
The
But how-
height of the windows.
How high are we?
Like, how up?
How high? How high?
How high up are those?
Are we
bad
like
boys?
2 stories, 3 stories? What's the hypotenuse looking like?
What's the hypotenuse of these windows? Let's
Give us some math to work on.
I got you. I got you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Doo-doo.
Do do. Do 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 do. Yeah. It's on. Listen. The windows themselves. They're rather high up on this. Like they're about 20 feet up, and they are kind of like there's like 5 of them set in this wall, or not in this wall, but there's like 3 on one wall, 2 on another. Let's see if there's another one just in the layout. Haunting. Yeah, there are 6 total windows in this chamber. They're all about 20 feet high. There is yeah, because there's a set of stairs that leads up to another area, but the windows like reach up to that like 20 feet, and then there's the room that's like way high up in the if you follow the stairs.
Okay, so Wystera goes and steps in front of everyone so that there's nobody between her and the door, and Eldritch blasts the doors.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and just make an attack roll.
You know I can fly, right? Like I could bring the rope down to the bottom and we could just rope down to the bottom.
18.
Nice. Let us see. Oh, that's cool. That's gonna hit the wall. That's gonna hit the door. Go ahead and roll damage for it. You're gonna have to beat a threshold.
Yeah, fair.
Does Squally see any like, boulders or rocks or something heavy around?
11.
21?
11.
11? Okay. You give a chuck, shoot Eldritch Blast. Ooh, chips a little bit off the door, but it's still standing.
Okay, for my second attack. 27.
That's gonna hit.
Again, can Squally find something heavy?
Yeah, absolutely. What'd you roll there, David?
10.
Great.
Them up.
Another little chip. Yeah, in this room, there's the giant, like the gorgeous metal, like precious metal, sun thing that had fallen off. There's a massive table that you guys could like pick up, but it is long. It's the biggest thing in this room. You can make an investigation check, and I will let you know.
No,
everything that you-
I want something that I can hold. Like I don't want like a massive thing. I just need like a boulder or like a
This is a room.
Just a rock.
There is a candelabra. There's like gorgeous metal candelabras. Here.
A little
as
goblet or grail.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You want like a
Something.
little.
There's like casks and casks of wine downstairs. There's not a single goblet.
Yeah.
You were asking a rock, and that is very primitive. I wasn't considering the fact that you wanted.
I didn't
also...
say rock. I said like a rock. I didn't say rock. I said I want something
My
that's
mistake.
heavy like a rock.
I
I want
see.
something heavy, like a boulder or a rock. Well, there's a big table.
Well,
There's,
just
a big,
something
there's a
round.
big metal thing.
Yeah, something round.
No, not that heavy.
Not
Something
that,
less heavy,
Liam.
but heavy.
You idiot.
You're
I wanted
asking for
something like
in
a
room. I
rock.
know I'm asking for a rock in a room because I'm not asking for a rock in a room.
So you want one of the big heavy? You want one of the heavy metal like goblets that are at the table?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Swipe. You got it. Cool. What do you do with it?
Perfect. Is there like a tapestry or like fabric?
In terms of
Asking
this
for a leaf.
particular,
I'm asking for fabric.
Asking
that's
for
a good question. Well, there's not really in this room. There isn't really tapestry aligned in this room. It's very hard rock, but
Well, I was gonna point to the heaps of fabric that was a wedding dress.
Yeah, wedding. That would be perfect,
Sure.
actually.
yeah, you can take the clothes. Yeah, take that wedding dress and you pull off all the things.
I'm going to take a strip, tie it to the goblet, through the window.
Okay, so you're just slinging it and letting go of the fabric as well, right?
Yeah, I'd just like to break the window.
Go ahead and make a roll. No proficiency bonus, because it's an improvised weapon, but with dexterity. You can use dexterity as your bonus to this.
18.
Oh yeah, that's good. And honestly, the glass is not too strong, so yeah, you crash. It breaks through one of the windows. I want to ask, do you want to hit one of the windows on the fireplace side? Do you want to hit one of the windows that is like south of you, like the one window, or do you want to hit one of the three that is north in this room, like kind of on the side of where the, like, if you were to go down the stairs where the wine cellar is?
Which one is the same level as the door that we entered in? Or which one is the same direction, like facing where we entered?
None of them.
Nice. So, but it's 20 feet to the ground, either way.
Yeah, it's 20 feet to the ground. There is the one, like again, cellar side, fireplace side, or the upstairs staircase side where there's one.
I guess we'll just do the fireplace. Like I just want to get it out. So I feel like as long as below there, is there like, is it heavy woods? Is there the pathway? Do we have to go around the building to get to the pathway?
You can't really see from this position like what's surrounding you because like the outside is not clearly visible to you.
Okay, I get that, but like when we walked in, we do have some level of orientation, right? Of where we walked
Sure.
in is where we
Like
went.
I would say walking in, you would be aware that the fireplace side is the closest to, like, it's by a cemetery, which is the closest to the gates.
Okay, then that, please.
Cool. Throw it, crash. That side of the window is broken.
Nice. And I want to, sorry, is it like human level too? Like I didn't want to like hit way up high. I wanted to hit like where we could jump out of, you know?
It's 20 feet off the ground.
The window, not the ground.
Yes.
I get that, but are we 20 feet below it?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah. It's a
not
high
where-
window. Yeah. It's like I think this is a 50-foot chamber. Yeah, it's a 50-foot
Yeah, that's what
square
I said
room.
before.
While this is going on, I whisper, whoever I'm close to, I'm not sure. Yeah, let's say Kari, what the hell? Are we sure there isn't another place, another way out of here? We've never looked.
I mean, we want to look. If we want to look, we can look. But like, I don't know. Squally's committing to this window thing. You're shooting at the door. So I mean, if you guys don't want to look,
Well, I think we could do both.
so priority then would be looking around for a way out, then getting a way out, then getting the wine. That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Well, does anybody want to look around for another way out?
I will do that
Okay.
if everyone agrees.
Squally, you want to figure out this window thing?
One question first. Okay, so 20 feet above us, window. Is there a ledge?
There is now, because with a cracked window, like normally it would just be like kind of flat and there's like a little bit of a ledge, like it's tight. It's not very wide. I think it's about like a 5-foot opening from here. Oh, maybe 4 foot. I'll give it about 4-foot opening. But yeah, you got a little bit of a space where you could probably like sit on little shards of glass around it. But yeah, you'd be good. Clear it up.
Cool. Okay, I'll do that. Well, I mean, we can look around, but I can also just get up there. We can get a rope and go down if we want, but we can also do like a situation where we bring the wine up. It's just going to take a little while, but I mean, if we want to look for another way, I'm game too.
Well, if we get out of here, it's like we're locked in here. We should be able to unlock the door from the outside.
Yeah, I can try to go
Shouldn't we?
unlock the door at least. I was just going to dimension door up and then fly down.
Oh well, if
Well, like now that the window's open, Sly could run out.
Oh, you can
Means, like, climb
climb.
out. Yeah, I can carry you or Eren with me.
oh,
That sounds great.
I forgot. So Vistra is going to stay put in this case.
I mean, that's good to get us out, but how do we get the wine out? Like, do we just like, are we gonna like?
Like we'll like loop around the front and see if we can
Okay.
unlock the doors.
Sure, we'll be able.
There.
All right, sounds good. Well, Vistra and I
Oh.
can like maybe collect the wine, maybe, and just we'll
I'll go
wait
with
here.
you.
You guys clear up the entrance.
Sounds
That's
good.
Sure. So then,
Can I come with you, Sly?
squat. Sure. So I'll put Squally on my shoulders and just climb out.
Okay. As you climb up out of the window, Sly, you can see right outside there is all the headstones featured out here. You notice that sitting sitting on one of the headstones, leaning kind of roughly, is Cloven right now with his large lobster claw. Just kind of sitting, sulking a little bit in the rain, just sitting there. Ugh. And you can see in his hand, he's just got like a large jug that he's just drinking from.
Okay. Is it just like the 20 feet down to drop there?
Yeah, just 20 feet. And you're out in the mud.
Okay, I'll go down a bit and then. How far is he from us?
From you guys, it's about 20 feet.
Okay. I climb up and now down. There's mud. Can I see like the tracks he came from? Like, did he just like?
Yeah, he kind of went
Yep.
went outside. Yeah, I mean from here you can see clearly his tracks are outside. He came out here kind of like waiting out to see hear what was going on, but like yeah, he kind of fled and stayed close, but didn't want to be in the action zone.
Yep. Sly is going to drop down from like a safe distance and start making his way over to Cloven. Okay, like, dude, you totally just like locked us in there. Like, get our friends out. Is there a
Yeah.
key? Do you have a key?
I what?
Do you have a key?
No, there's no key. No key needed.
What, it's just like a heavy door?
How do we get through?
As things block the door. You
What?
move it
What
Mhm.
things?
like trash, feed boxes and feed boxes and yeah.
See, we go to the door. So I was gonna be like, okay, come show us where we go. Show us what we gotta move. And like,
Um, um,
oh, what are you sleeping? So I was gonna like grab him by the back of the neck and like smush his face in mud and then bring him up.
he just starts snapping his claw out. He just like starts skirting in the
Yes,
yeah,
and-
your
Oh
goat
look,
noise.
we can. Oh wait, now let's go and like shove him. Like show us where to go.
You treat me like my sisters and brothers.
Well, you
Aye.
locked us in a room.
You're better off dead. They're all better off dead.
We're not gonna hurt you. Just show us what, like, get our friends out of the room.
Out of the room and out with the dead. He goes over to the main gate or the main door. He opens it, no problem. You can then see going into the kind of the courtyard. When you turn around, like what you see behind the door is just a mass piling of feed troughs, a whole bunch of stuff like set lodged into the back of the door. Like he stacked a bunch of things to barricade it. Like there's no lock key. It's just like he stacked stuff on top of it to jam it in and prevent the door from being able to be budged.
Oh. I'll give him a pat on the back, be like, hey, can you give us a hand moving this stuff? And so I was gonna start moving some feed troughs.
Have one hand.
Well, you okay, help us. You set all this stuff up. You can, you know, be easier to just tear it all down.
What? What do you give me?
What do you mean, will I give you?
What do you give me?
I don't know. That jug almost empty. Can refill it up for you.
Just kind of like hovers it, pours a little on the ground, and he just goes to slurp it up, and you can see like he's got like a forked tongue, like a snake tongue, and just kind of like licks it as it falls. All right. Is the Abbott? Where's the Abbott?
It, in there.
He starts limping on over. Takes one of the things, kind of clears it lazily with his lobster claw. Some of the things tumble. Continues to remove things. Wystera, you begin to hear this. As you're doing this, I want Wystera, I want you to make an investigation check with advantage.
Eight. That's an 18. Thank you for advantage.
So, thank me, thank Kari. So in the cellar here, I will just let you know the numbers that you're dealing with. Total, you have 10 barrels of wine, all of them which are labeled with contents that says purple grape mash number 3. There are 4 barrels as well. Yeah. 6 barrels with purple grape mash. There's 4 barrels that contain Red Dragon Crush, which is a much finer wine. You also count that there are 33 bottles of purple grape mash, number 3, and 24 bottles of Red Dragon Crush. There is one bottle that is different from the rest. One that is named Champagne de la Stomp, but it is not filled with wine. In fact, it doesn't have any kind of stopper on it at all. It is empty, and inside of the bottle, there is a wrapped up piece of parchment.
I break the glass and get it out.
Great.
Yes.
Kari's like, what the Jesus. You do so, and out rolls out a scroll that you cannot read.
I show it to Kari. Do I know what language it is, even if I can't read it?
Unfortunately, it's not a language thing, it's a cipher mixed in
Oh,
with
I see.
an ability, and
Okay.
Kari cannot read it either.
Okay.
How do you
Oh.
spell stomp?
How do you spell what?
Champagne, well, the last word, de la who?
Chapin de la Stomp.
How do you spell it?
Or it's Dule. Dule. D-U-L-E
Yeah.
Stomp. S-T-O-M-P.
Okay. So just checking, I'm counting again. So 6 barrels of purple grape mash number 3,
Yes.
4 barrels of red dragon crush,
Yes.
34 bottles red dragon crush,
33
33, and then I missed the
of
number.
purple. 33 of purple.
Oh, 33 purple. Okay.
And 24 red dragon crush.
24. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll slip this this little thing into my cloak and take it up to the when we go. I'll just have it with me. So presumably we won't be able to lift any of the barrels. The bottles are all loose, or are they in 6 little 12s?
They're set on the rack. They do not have boxes or crates here, but
Okay.
yeah.
So we've gone down, presumably we've gone down underground at this point.
Yes, you are. 20
Yeah.
feet.
Just making sure. I'd like to check for any doors, hidden or otherwise, that might secret door in the winery. That would be a thing that a monk would have, or an
Hmm.
abbot.
On that check of 18, there is nothing.
Okay. Odds are that means there's nothing.
You can make a solo perception check if you are solo inclined, but Kari's not going to be assisting with that.
Yeah. No, on an 18, I think I will sort of stomp around the floor, just check for any hollow sounds. Are we on
Like-
stone or wood?
Stone, like a passive perception, just like doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No sounds of hollowness on the floor when you stomp. You just start stomping, and Kari's just looking at you like, okay, and takes up like some loose bottles with herself.
All right. Okay. Upon not finding anything, I'll start just hauling loose bottles up.
Sounds good. By the time you get half the bottles upstairs, the staircase or the door opens up. You see that Cloven is at the end, and he just kind of looks. He looks at the master, moves over to him. The Abbott is dead now. Oh.
We can see the rest of the group now.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, Squally will kind of waddle past, and I guess we're starting to grab the wine.
Okay. You start
Yeah,
to grab
figured.
the wine. As you're all going, Cloven, Cloven keeps looking at you. The hole in the Abbott's chest. And he looks and he's like, And he just gives you the jug.
I just go. Is there any kind of labeling on the jug?
No, it's a giant iron nondescript jug.
Okay. I'll just grab the first bottle I can see and just pop that and pour it in the jug. Till it's
Sure. You can subtract 1 of the 32 from the purple as you bloop, 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 kind of pour it in. He takes he reaches out his hand as you're like even pouring it in.
And then yeah, I'll just give it to him. I'm
Snatches
just
it
kind of
and
like
starts
pay him no mind.
drinking it. He sees Vasilka, goes, "That's a waste. It's all a waste." He slowly begins to make his way up the stairs. So Eren is going to be making attempts to like pick up the barrels from downstairs. He and Sly are really the only people that can like physically do it if you guys want to make those attempts. Sly, I just want you to make an athletics check with advantage, just to see how the barrel lifting goes.
If like Kari and I tried a barrel together, would we be able to lift it?
You can certainly make an attempt. I'll have you make an athletics check with advantage and we can see.
I got a 23.
Okay.
$14.
Okay. With a 14, Sly and Eren, you guys get 6 barrels up the stairs, no problem. With a 14, Squally, you and Kari are lifting up one of the barrels, and then it slips out of your hand at one point, and some of the wine begins to kind of like spill out. Not a tremendous amount, but it does take out about like a quarter of one of the barrels of wine, just kind of spills down, and it kind of mixes in with the blood of the abbot that is poured down the stairs as well.
Nasty.
Kind of slipped on the blood of the abbot as you're just making your way back up the steps.
It's so sticky.
Not
Are we
one
still
barrel
getting
was the Red Dragon Crush. That was one of them. But yeah, you guys get all the barrels up. As you are transporting all these barrels, you guys begin to hear something. Music being played up at the top, right above you. Soft, beautiful cello is being played. It is haunting, but it is light, and it is very soothing as well.
Love.
Is that like Clove went upstairs, right?
Yes.
Man. Clove can really play the cello. I believe we keep going.
Yeah, Sly doesn't really pay mind to the music.
Squally listens, but assumes it's Clove.
Okay.
Yeah,
So in transporting, oh, sorry. Yeah, you were just saying something, David?
Yes, sorry, I was just saying Wystera would keep going as well, just hauling those.
Okay.
those out.
Because you guys are going to be transporting this without a vehicle, or are you did you guys bring the carriage with you, or did you walk up? Trying to remember.
Yeah, there was a big to-do about that. I believe we brought it right to the door, did we not?
I cannot remember that logistics.
I didn't write it down, but I thought that's what we did.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally viable to do that. So, like, if you guys want to have done that, it's totally fine. But even if it's not, you guys can travel back down the hill, no problem, and be able to bring the actual carriage back. But yeah, essentially loading up what you can with the wine. You do transport a portion of everything down. It's going to take about 2 trips with the carriage to get everything back safely. What do you do after the first trip? Where do you bring the wine that is here?
Squally might recommend that we bring it some to the Vistani and Ratka, just because Ratka recognized him when we were stealing the dress. He might want to bring a little there in his disguise, but he would
If
take recommendations from other people first.
we want to get Radka, because the way people were, like, we saw people like really jonesing for alcohol. Like, if we just say, "Hey, we got wine," there's gonna be like a mob. So if we have someone we can trust
Yeah, that's
to like
essentially,
kind of ration it out better.
which I was hoping Ratka.
Hmm.
Just because
Okay,
I'd
he's
like
in
to.
Valaki. You're in Kresk. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But you want to save some wine to take to Valaki, is what you're saying?
Yes.
And for right now,
So Kresk.
because if we leave this wine, excuse me, either someone's gonna find it and it's gonna be gone instantly, or Clove's gonna drink it all.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Come on, Kresk.
Um, we could. I don't know, we could bring it to Anna first just as a thank you. Like Anna's still taking care of oh gosh. Anna's still taking care of Kari's brother, right?
Yes.
So we could bring it to Anna and see what she thinks. Or where to allocate it to.
Already.
All right. So if you want to take it to Anna, outside, the mob of people has been quelled, still quite rowdy, but what has kind of stopped them is the sound of music cutting across that you guys can hear from the Abbey carrying out into the streets of Valaki. It's been a while since something like that has been heard, at least from the major populace. Normally, they just heard the screams coming from the Abbey from the old Bellevues, but this is probably the most pleasant thing that they have heard from Bellevues in a while. Now,
Sweet.
while you are coming through here, you park kind of the carriage right outside, and are able to make your way towards Anna's home. Anna is outside, speaking to people individually, but notices you all park. She comes up to all of you. I can see from a little bit of your distress that you've returned. Has everything has has it been done?
We did tell her we went to the Abbott, right? I'm trying to remember. Because we didn't really share with our plans with her, did
We
we?
weren't really sharing with anyone outside the group that we were gonna try and kill the Abbot.
Unless Kari did.
Oh, my apologies. Then she's just going to ask, well, coming from the Abbott and state that you're in, then the Abbey, she will then instead ask, you all seem to have been, you all seem to have gone through quite an ordeal. Are you all right? Is everything all right on, what is the state of the Abbey right now?
Well, the Abbey's fine.
And
It's
there's music that's returned.
there's some lovely music. I think I'm not an expert on that, but
And we have wine.
yeah, I found a bunch of wine.
And sorry, because I was away, the berserkers and druids said that they were gonna come attack Kresk, right?
They were going to be attacking villages and towns, yeah.
I don't remember hearing that.
You were one of the only people that kind of did hear that. Like when you were like sneaking up, like you overheard that kind of thing, like while they were there, and then you were committing your ritual. That was one of the things that they had were talking about, and that was keeping them distracted.
Oh,
Oh, I was so
Squally,
focused on the ritual. Okay.
Squally doesn't know anything about this.
Oh, Squally does.
Oh,
Your
I was-
passive perception is better enough to hear any of that conversation. Yeah.
I just want to say okay, so yeah, that's what I was going to say. We are bringing wine. However, we believe there's some people coming to attack the villages. And I think it's important that we gather some people to know that this is potentially coming.
Yes, no, I understand that. Who is coming? How do you know this?
We saw some berserkers and druids on our way to the Abbey, and we overheard them talking about a raid. Multiple towns. We don't know where, we don't know how.
All right. Come inside. Come with me. She opens up the door. When you all enter, she says, "How did you come to into the acquisition of wine? The abbot give it to all of you?"
No.
Liberated the wine from the Abbey, and we should probably get it to safety soon.
I agree.
Has Kari talked to Anna at all about anything going on? Like, how much does Anna know? Because I don't remember because I've barely talked to Anna.
Yeah, you get a sense she knows. Like, just inherently, Kari's been talking with Tristan, and Tristan's been here, and Kari's probably shared a lot of that stuff. And you guys have not been with Anna, but Kari's been kind of off talking with this. It's like she knows. And I'll let you guys know Anna is not really upset about it, considering the fact that the Abbott's the one who blinded her husband, and that her husband was blind and heard the chaos outside of Kresk to the point where he hung himself. Like, I'll let you guys know that so you can rest assured she's not going to be upset knowing you killed him.
I forgot about
Perfect.
that.
That's all I'm wondering. Love that.
I'm
Right.
kind of surprised you guys are forgetting so much of this. Like, this
Oh,
is
there's so
like
much.
the fact that you killed the
There's
Abbott
so
is
much
the
stuff
fact
happening.
you've really saved like the spirit of this town. I
Perfect.
don't want you guys to like undercurrent things that have happened.
Just wanted to remember. Yeah. So then straight up,
Yeah.
I will just be like, not to beat around the bush, but yes, the Abbott is dead.
Sly tries to read her expression and goes, "Yay!"
So is the flesh columns and the bride, and the dress is ruined. So I'm not quite sure how the wedding reception is going to happen this evening without those things. Or the Abbott.
Well,
But we have wine. We have terrible news that the town might be raided, and the Abbott's gone.
somehow I have a feeling that wild folk and druids are not going to be the worst thing to come upon this town after that.
Oh, well,
But that's a bridge that's going to have to be crossed at a different point, I think. For now, I will have to speak with the villagers and folks. I think that I will have to ration this in a different way.
We would like to offer some to our friends in Valaki as well, but whatever you think, we just obviously don't want to create a mob with the wine or have the entire town get drunk and then we are attacked by berserkers.
I think that's going to be important.
I-
We do
I
need
think
to parse this out.
additionally, we'd like to help in any way that we can to reinforce for anything that's coming.
To help. If you'll have us.
If you, I mean, if you want to stay the day to be able to help prepare and, let us know anything you can. We can probably train up some people to protect the town. We can do that. I think that it will take some time, but we could reasonably allow for that kind of process if you all are able to stay. Then, but
Is there anything that the Abbey could be used for, or anything that we didn't really clean up, so to say?
well, if that's the case, I can send some guards to go up there to clean up. And then what we can do is use that as a last defensive point. We could probably and Anna kind of looks out from her window. We can probably block off the road as it winds up with barriers and barricades, forcing anything to have to climb up. That will
sounds
take some time as well.
Are there people in town who would be upset at what has happened?
The abbot held a very interesting place in the faith of this town. And since the mongrels had descended and attacked and raided us for food, it's mainly been out of fear. The faith-filled for the Morning Lord have kept, I think, mainly private communications. Very few go up to the Abbey for anything, even when they had descended. I don't know how the spirits of the people will be. In fact, I think that the faith of many has been shaken beyond repair, but
The only reason I ask is perhaps choose the guards wisely. We don't want the town infighting when we have a bigger problem coming, which I'm sure you've already thought of. Just
I see. It's not a bad idea. Yes, I will be considering this, and I will make sure that I'm responsible in the handling and management of the wine as well to give out to people.
of course.
There's a moment talking that Tristan kind of like reveals himself. It's the first time you guys have seen him since. He looks better, but like washed, but very like ghastly. Like not just like his, not like physically, like it's not like he's malnourished or anything, but it is like he just looks very faded. Just kind of like light brown skin. As he looks at all of you, Kari catches his eye. And Anna says, I will see what you've brought, and I will leave you all to it. If you wish to stay to help us prepare, you let me know. And she begins to walk outside the doors to look at the first bit of wine that you've brought out.
Time of day is it?
You're looking at about getting near the mid-afternoon portion of the day. Still like early afternoon, but yeah, you're at that point. Early afternoon.
Well, we could take a short rest and then stay to help. Like the reception's tonight, right?
Yeah, the reception is.
Are we still planning? Was everyone still planning to go to that? Like, are we still trying to pretend like we're?
Well, they're expecting us to bring the bride tonight.
Which we do not have.
No. We do
So we
not.
shouldn't go empty-handed, is what you're saying.
If we show up without the bride, that's an uh-oh. If we don't show up, that's another uh-oh, because then they'll know something's up.
I mean, we just did kill a lot of what Strahd had going for him, so I feel like
Regardless, it's a tricky situation we have put ourselves in.
Indeed. Well, I think Squally's mindset is feeling like he's been doing so much things that haven't gone very well, that this might be something that did go well and like truly help the town. So I'm feeling like we should stay to help the town. Or at least
All right.
Squally's feeling that way. So
Okay.
I think we could do some good here.
I mean, if we're gonna stay the full day to kind of like help out, then when we just show up at the dinner, or like not even the dinner, but we just show up tomorrow. Like I don't know. Like, do we just like wait against the tide or something? Because I don't know what's gonna happen there.
I do
Um,
also wonder though if we should go check on Irina as well.
Kari speaks that point and is like, yeah, I think we should do that.
And it might be best to stay with her during the times of the reception in case something happens. So what say we help the town prepare and then we try to go to her?
Alrighty, I guess. There's no sense in us rushing in to the castle now. So Sly's on board with helping the town.
Okay. So, if you guys wish to wait, take a short rest for yourselves, you are welcome to it. But I'll let you know something that's going to happen too during this. With Tristan here, Kari is going to speak to him. And kind of around with all of you. She speaks, just talking to him about what you have all done. She talks to him about fighting the Abbott, killing him, bringing the wine down. And the way she talks about it is framed in two ways. The first is she talks about the fuck up that was made in the very early days, your first day here. How the first day that you came to Barovia, Squally and Sly had died. First day, and how Kari blamed herself. In the heat of the moment, I forgot everything that I had learned, everything that I had at my disposal, and everything that made me me. I lost who are now two of the best people that I have ever come to know. And one of them I saw pass in my own arms. And now we're here. And now we're doing this. And we were able to do something that before we couldn't do. It looks like we're going to be helping out these people, even though we let a kid get taken away, even though we caused like some kind of political upheaval. We didn't know any better. And it's okay to say that, because you didn't know any better either. You, Nishan, Crash, Drin didn't know any better. Because this place is fucked, and it takes away a lot out of you, and it's taken a lot out of a lot of people. And I want you to know that there's nothing that I fault you in. And I know that it's hard and been hard. But I am everything that has happened, I don't regret ever making the choice to come and look for you and make sure you're okay. Despite everything, I am still thankful that you are alive and that you are here with us. And Tristan, what he shares is defeatist. It's, a lot of what he has expressed before, but much more calm. His throat is sore. He says, I don't know what it is that turned me in this place. I don't know where I went wrong. And I don't know if my faith in midnight is the same. I turned my back on the very principles. I turned my back on that. I thought that my own sense of power was more than everything else. I feel like I've rejected midnight, Wystera, the star. I think I've lost everything. He in his hands, he's holding a scripture book. Upon it, there's multiple eyes that are featured. On the actual book itself, it is basically a makeup of a constellation. And the book is a prayer book. Anyone can make a religion check if they would like to understand it.
Yeah, I'll make one.
Sure, why the heck not? So we'll try.
13.
That's a 2 for Sly.
Great. That's an occult book, Sly. That is a dangerous piece of text, and that is an absolute horrifying thing that you have just seen. With a 13 there, Squally, the book is called The Eyes of the Star. It is a scripture book. It is a book written by the one thing that you will say on a 13-2, it's pretty well known in the common pantheon. One god in particular has eyes that are kind of marked, and that is Severus. But that's kind of what you can glean from it. It is traditionally a book. Yeah, I'd say that. I think that's what you can kind of glean from it. That it's a book of Severus, but it is a textbook about like in the formation of a star, similar to the holy symbol that Kari has. What happens is Kari holds the book with Tristan, and his book is marked. There's like markings of paper, whole bunch of stuff, writings in it, scriptured and text. It's annotated tremendously. Kari flips through a section. And where she goes is she looks through one section with him. Two of them read together. I'm going to roll this with advantage for the two of them. Okay. So, with that, Kari reads a section from this book with Tristan. But she holds up a section and says to him, "This was a section that you had read with me before. Part of the third eye in the 20th chapter." They read this together. Behold, what I witness is an abundance of joy, a worthy maid to carry my sake should light leave my heart. I looked and was perplexed, for I saw a woman no spectacular than a rapid in the river. Mistress, I spoke, surely you jest. There are thousands of followers that commit themselves to your work and your art. There must be others for your heart to find harbor. No, she uttered for all the heavens to hear. She is the one I hold among the rest, for she pursues a power that mortals seldom use. Grace, hope, and favor that others will come to understand. When light is darkest, in its most absent ways, she will be the one to rise up. She will rise as the mist will greet and flavor as burning flames in the sky. As they utter this, you see mist begin to form all around the room with you all, emanating from the book, emanating from their mouths, and emanating from Tristan. And as this emanates, all of you heal 22 hit points from a mass cure wounds cast by Tristan. And Kari and Tristan share in a hug, embrace each other as you all rest. And Kari says to Tristan, I don't want you going back to the castle with us when we go, because I don't think that you are going to be in a good place when it comes to seeing him. But I think you can do a lot of good here. There's a lot of people who are holding on to some old gods that are not showing up anytime soon. And I think that light is definitely in its most absent right now. And that wall of mist, I think that we're feeling kind of trapped up in that too. But I think we can show that there's some mist that we can actually put our faith into, and that we can own it. And we can tell these people that they don't have to be afraid of it, and they can use it. And Tristan gets a very strange look on his face. It's strange because you guys have not seen this. A little faint smile. And he says to his sister, I don't know how it is, but somehow you find a way to remind me just how badass. She goes, yeah, I know, she's badass. She says, no. You. How badass you are. And he hugs her one more time. You guys are welcome to a short rest to use however you want. And I will let you know too. In the short rest, you hear from outside Anna directing and speaking to the crowd. What she says is, everyone, something is going to be coming this way. Something is threatening our lives, our homes yet again. So soon after the recent raid that we had from the Abbey itself. But I can tell you now that our friends and our allies inside of my home have told me that we do not have to fear. But some of us will have to take up arms I hate to do this, and I do not want to make this a burden or an incentive to the cost of your lives, but I will let you know that we have something that can be benefit to all of you, but priority will be given to those who wish to defend this village.
Mhm.
We have a small portion of wine. Small. It will be given out to those who wish to serve and protect, who wish to stand, to take up their shovels, their pitchforks, their axes, to protect your chickens, your gardens, your families, your babes, your loved ones, your friends, and to protect the chance for all of us to see a new dawn again. Just gonna roll a single die. With that, a small cluster of people speak up immediately to join. Not many, but there is. In the immediate groups, 5 stand up and speak that they will stand and gather up what they can. 5 civilians. It's a small population of, a little bit over, I think, 60 people, not many. But they are going to take up their arms. They are going to prepare. And we will come back to see what happens right after that, after a little break.
Nice.
So, yeah, during the break, if you guys want to do a little HP roll for short rest, you're welcome to. And then we'll be back in a little bit, guys.
Smart lady she is.
Spoken like a true Scooby-Doo.
Bribe your citizens with alcohol to
That
get
is
them
not
to.
have to be Scooby-Doo.
And we're back. So, after taking some time for a short rest, some Cressians are able to set up, gather up some light little equipment, munitions for themselves. You also have the guards. Now, here's the thing. The guards are going to be going to the Abbey of St. Martikov. They're heading up there, or Martikovia. Markovia,
Isn't-
thank you. There's no T in it. I'm just going to say this right now. Wizards, what the hell? Wizards, whoever wrote this module, what the hell? Markovia, thank you. They are going to be going up there and finding, they're going to be, cleaning up, taking care of the bodies that are there. They're also going to retrieve the wine that was left. So that was like a good half of what was left there. And I just want to confirm that that is good with you guys in terms of that, them doing that. Half of what is left up is going to be the wine that is allocated for Kresk. And the other half of the wine is in your wagon.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So with that, you are able to rest, have that bit of wine that is set aside. The guards will take care of the other half. So you guys can mark that down in your inventory. Make sure you take a note that you guys got that other half of wine. Now, after the rest, in preparation, what are you guys planning to do?
I did wonder, we should warn the other towns if we can that something is coming. I mean, they might not want to see us, but if we told them to rally. And we also need to check on Irina. I don't know if we should stay here the whole day then. What are your thoughts, everyone?
You know, I just had a thought. Why don't we simply lie to Strahd? Oh, it was awful. A group of bandits, we do not know where they came from, killed the abbot and your bride. We barely escaped with our lives. And that might get us into the reception, and then we can deal with things later.
I don't even know if we have time for the reception at this point. If
Well,
these towns to be okay, and if we need to check on
yeah,
Irina.
we received an invitation, so we don't need to lie about getting in. It's just, but also, would Strahd believe that a random pack of bandits would overpower us? Like
Like
he's
they
seen us hold our
scaled-
own.
Yeah, they scaled over like the wall and then
Oh
they
my God, imagination. I'm not saying that's our story. I'm just saying we could come up with something.
Great, let's do that. What imaginary bandits do we
Okay.
want to have scale these walls? What are we thinking?
Well, think about it.
Sure.
We have an invitation. We should go. I'm the one who said we shouldn't kill the abbot in the first place. Now we're in a tough spot. I think we need to take advantage of this invitation and go. Otherwise, these villages are going to be more at risk. They're more at risk because of Strahd. We've created this. I think we need to go.
I agree. Kari agrees. Kari says I agree. And I also think that we maybe could absolutely lie to Strahd, but why do we have to then tack on bandits came in? Why don't we just say the abbot's coming tomorrow?
That sounds like a great idea. Whatever works. Although I would be surprised if Strahd would buy that either. We might have to come up with a very clever story because I can't imagine the abbot being, quote, late.
All right. Well, then you think of some kind of powerful bandit that can get to the abbot and kill them, and then I don't know, we can maybe think about whatever kind of like steps we have to take because we got to go to the arena. We can get there. I don't know if Valaki is a great space to go to. We can probably find somebody, but I don't know.
We can find
I
out.
think
The hardest part is going to explain to Strahd what happened to Eddie.
yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
Perhaps we we got the dress, true. We went to visit the abbot, true. We found him dead, true. Sort of.
And then if they ask what signs were made, like we didn't do any investigation, we're like, oh no, dead things, like, and then walk out. Is that it?
Well, we did want to get to the reception as quickly as possible, and there was nothing we could do there.
Great. So we opened the door and went, uh-oh, and then went right out.
What if we told him that we picked up the dress, we delivered it, but it looked awful because it was an ugly dress. Like it was a terrible dress. The bride
Eren
was
says,
not
yeah.
up to the standards that we wanted for Strahd. So then there needs to be some slight altering for the dress, and that's why they'll be late.
Eren says, I agree. I think that was a terrible dress and alterations need to be made.
Sly gives Eren a fist bump.
Yeah. We needed to get the dress redone and our master seamster needed to what is it called? Had to get professional help, but he couldn't because the Abbot needed to fly because the Abbot can fly apparently, and so he needed that fly. He needed to fly to find people to do that.
If it-
Ooh,
Boom.
yeah. Boom, boom. He uses his one hand.
Just drop something.
Boom. Yeah, boom, boom. This bumps this stump bump.
Well, it's the best idea so far.
Kari speaks and is like, then Squally's right. What are we gonna do when we talk about Izzy? Ezzy, what are we gonna do?
We look, we have the cart. We could just say that we could just tell the truth. We were battling someone who is extremely powerful, which I'm sure he will, well, he obviously knows, so he will believe that. And we forgot to gather the leg. Good Lord, we've got the cart.
But if we say that, he's gonna ask, well, why were you fighting somebody who was powerful, and how was Esmeralda involved in that?
All right. Does it matter to Strahd whether we killed him or the witch killed her?
I imagine the witch knows him.
Oh, so the witch may have talked to him already, in which case we're screwed for that story.
I mean, either way, he got what he wanted. He wanted her dead, and she is.
Well, that's true. Perhaps we lead with, we do not have the leg, but we have her cart. She's dead, and see what he knows, and then go from there. I don't know.
I have zero confidence in telling him any story. And I definitely feel as though he will target me for a response. And I don't think I can lie about a lot of these things.
No.
Right.
I will confidently say that if we are going to the reception, someone either needs to put a spell on me so I can't talk, or we need to pretend like I still don't have my memory, and maybe I just don't go.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I
I
don't
could-
think I could face Strahd and be able to bold-faced lie to him. I'm
I
telling
could
you.
paralyze you, yeah.
Oh, lovely. Or I just go to Irina.
You go to Irina?
You guys can go to the reception. I'll be with her, and you tell him that I was lost as well.
So do you want to
Right.
stay in the tower, or are you going to go to Barovia with Irina?
Well, until the reception is over, I imagine the tower. We can't take her back to Barovia yet. Right? Like we were going to wait until
What-
tomorrow.
How she's going to feel safe. Like she said that. She said we need to get her safe. And if we were going to travel to Barovia and then the castle to get her there.
Tomorrow. I didn't think that was going to be tonight.
Well, tomorrow's the wedding.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, we could try. We could do that.
I could take her to Barovia while you guys are at the reception.
That's not a bad idea. Like if Squally is just not with us. But I don't know if we want to separate necessarily.
I can't go to the reception. I won't be able to lie. I just know. And I know he'll look for me.
Mm.
He's talked to me too many times in my brain. If I'm there, we're at risk of losing our cover.
Hmm.
As much as I hate to be without our cleric facing Strahd, I think that is wise.
That's not a bad idea.
I can do my best to bring Armina to, or, oh, sorry. Ishnik is in Barovia. He's in Barovia, like, and he's managing all of them.
Ismark is.
Sorry. So,
Isak's dead.
Yes, I know. I'm aware. I just always get the two mixed up. Okay, so, oh, I need to look at the map because this is gonna be hard. Sorry, uno momento.
Oh, Wystera has a start, and all of a sudden, oh, I almost forgot while you're looking for that Squally. Wystera pulls out the piece of parchment and passes it around, see if anybody has any ideas. Is Tristan still with us?
Tristan would be, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I show it to him as well, or Kari shows it to him, whatever. I don't try to hide it from him, just saying.
Sure.
Just pass it
Tristan looks at it. Yeah. He looks at it and he says, "Yes, I know what this is. I can read this. It's a spell that is more powerful than I can simply cast myself, but it is a hero's feast."
I have never heard of that.
Yes, it is quite a powerful spell. It allows for people to eat. It's something that clerics can cast. It requires you to provide a bowl that is encrusted with at least like 100,000 gold pieces, like in terms of like a very expensive piece of finery. And essentially, you can eat a meal that will last for a full day, and you will be immune to poisons, cured of disease, immune from being frightened, and you will be able to have anything that tries to impact your willpower. That will basically you will be more resistant to that.
And only one may eat?
No, this is enough
Oh.
food to can be fed to 12 people.
Oh my. Well, this is our only chance to survive this bastard.
You're going to need to find some finery, that's for sure.
We've got to figure out a way. So we need, Tristan, we need either 100 gold pieces or something that is worth 100 gold pieces?
No, not 100, 1,000.
1,000. Oh boy.
You're going to need it needs like a gem encrusted bowl. You're going to need something quite fine.
Guess we should have sold off this wine.
I apologize, but my map is real fuzzy. And I'm trying to figure out where I am.
You're
I
at
see-
Crest, which is at the very top north. Like top left north location.
By the Salish Woods.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, good. Okay, that is, I just wanted to make sure that that little blob was Kresk. Okay, so in order, and then where in is the tower in?
It's by Lake Baratok.
Okay, perfect. So I would essentially go to the tower, bring her over. We could stop in Valaki if just to warn Radka about the raid at least, and then maybe go all the way to Barovia, tell Barovia about the raid, and then also bring her to her brother, essentially. Sorry. This is Squally talking to everyone else. Because it would be a long trip. Like I would essentially be picking her up and going straight to Barovia.
Okay. It's not a bad plan.
Meanwhile, you can distract them at the reception.
Everyone, I don't know if this is how things work here, but in my world, so-called abbeys often hoard riches. Maybe we should have gone upstairs. Because if we need something expensive to make this spell work, don't you think he might have the means to cast it? I'm wondering if one of us should run up to the Abbey and take a look around. Because this spell could be the only thing that keeps us alive during that reception.
Well, we could have somebody go and look for something. I mean, there was a lot of stuff up there that was pretty good, that like nice looking metals and stuff, but I don't know exactly what we could find that would be that, valuable. But
Fair, but it might be a start.
who's got like an eye for that?
Well, she likes pretty things, but
If our plan is to split up, I feel I should leave soon.
yes.
Like out of the town?
I think I should go to Irina if we can get to Barovia by nightfall. If I find a horse or something, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Feel good about you being on the road.
Are you sure you don't need anyone to travel with you while you're going to the tower?
If our party needs to be at the reception, you all need to be together. I feel confident in being able to travel, potentially. I probably need a horse. But if you're going to use the wagon as proof that she's gone, then
Probably need to. I don't like you. Then Wystera stops.
Does anybody object to that?
I don't feel good about it, but it is sound.
Me neither, but if that's what you feel best with Squally, then I guess that's what we got to do.
Okay, well, all right.
I'll go. I'll ask Anna to see if there's something I can use to travel.
Kari gives you a hug. Eren gives you a hug as well.
No.
Eren's like, stay safe.
It's like gives you a very firm pat on the shoulder.
Nice.
Strahd just looks worried.
Okay, I go to talk to Anna.
Right. Anna lets you know she can allocate a pony for you. So you can get a pony.
Pony.
She brings up a tiny pony. The person who owns the pony, it's one of the people that's kind of
Bill the
helping out with
pony.
the actual process. What?
Oh my god.
Bill the pony.
That would be such a coincidence.
The name of his pony. The person comes up to you and says, "This is do I dare?" Sure.
Sorry,
Yes, and
Olivia.
yes, and this is Bildra.
Hello, Bildra.
Hilda goes, wah.
Nay.
It's one of those
Nay.
odd.
There we go.
Odd ponies.
Nay.
A duck pony.
Nay.
A donny. Or a puck. Oh.
What'd you just call me?
All right. I am gonna try to go straight to the tower.
Okay.
On my pony.
Nay.
How long would it take Wystera to run to the top of the hill to the Abbey?
Probably take you a few minutes. To investigate the whole thing is going to take you quite a bit of time. You have to look through everywhere. You're going to be looking at the whole place at least an hour.
Was Anna there? No, Anna wasn't there when I showed this script because she's off trying to organize the town, right?
Yeah. There's guards at the Abbey at this point, but
No, sorry. Anna wasn't with us in the group when I showed the
Nope.
script. Yeah.
Nope.
Guys, what should I do? If there's a chance of finding something that allows us to cast this spell, do we have time? Should I run? over
Sure.
there?
That's
Sure.
what if that's what you want to do. That's what you got to do. Like, I'm gonna try to talk to Tristan right now. Like, get him maybe think about some idea about how maybe he can like help Anna out.
Okay.
Like, especially when it comes to like giving some people some help and support.
I look
Yeah.
at everyone else. I will go on my own. Is this all right? Or would you like to come?
Do you need? I don't know what else.
Well,
I don't know what I'd look for.
we're looking for riches. We're looking
Yeah,
for
well, I don't know,
battle.
like how picky or like specific these riches need to be.
Well,
But like
Point-
if you need
coins, jewels. If
you need
I can help,
accompaniment.
it might go faster, is all.
I was like, sure.
Excellent.
So I will come with.
Okay.
I don't know if Eren wants to
move
as
it.
well, but
All right. So, Squally, you packing up? You getting all your things? Heading out the gate, opposite direction. We got Wystera and Sly going up to the Abbey. I'm gonna start there. I need you both, or you can choose. You can do it separately and split the time, or help each other out and get advantage, but it's gonna be an hour.
Help each other out and get advantage.
yeah. Otherwise, I'll each roll separately and split the time. I think might as well just help each other out.
You think so?
All
Yep.
right. So neither of you has proficiency with jeweler's tools, correct? Nobody's a jeweler here.
Correct. I
Nope.
don't.
Alrighty. This is going to be an intelligence roll. And that's it with advantage. You had your intelligence bonus.
I think. Are we both rolling or just one of us?
One of you with advantage.
You
Okay.
roll.
I'm -1 intelligence. What are you?
Oh shoot, me too.
Okay. I'm rolling.
Yeah.
With advantage, you said.
Uh-oh.
That's 18 minus 1 is 17 is first roll. Second roll is a 14, so 17.
Okay. You look through the entirety of the Abbey. Cloven has stopped playing music for a time and is just drinking and sulking. First thing you know is actually when you travel, there's a couple rooms of note I'll let you know about. So first is Cloven's room, which is the loft and the belfry. Up in this room, this is where you climb up about 20 feet to the loft. The pitched roof and a door in the center of the south wall. There's unlit lanterns around here, and a rope that dangles from a bronze bell lodged in the belfry 30 feet overhead. What you basically find here, there is a table that is covered up in a black sheet. You look under this table, and it confirms to you something quite horrific. Underneath this, you see that there is a whole bunch of chopped up body parts. Cold, gray, lifeless. This seems to have been the place where body parts were harvested, collected, and stitched together to make basilica. Not a pretty sight. This was all the unused stuff. You go around through and you go to the across the what is it called?
Oh,
You go
Wystera
across.
says, Wystera looks at this and goes, "Some angel."
You walk across the curtain wall, which is kind of like the central area where the drop off goes to the what is it? The what is it called? Curtain wall of the courtyard. It's like an open area where you look down. There are standing spokes of these scarecrows. Not like actual scarecrows, but there are these things that could hang and look like people. You go over and you find an area across the way that is the barracks. Here in the barracks, you don't find much, but Wystera, I will let you roll a perception check.
You. 16.
There is a smell here that is stale, but reminds you of something and someone. You can smell perfume that is reminiscent of Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
There was a moment before when the Strahd had talked to you about how he was attacked at the Abbey by Esmeralda. And there's a part of you that feels like she was here. This is where she was staying.
Well, I really look around that area hard, if I can.
There's a moment where you open up a door and you can see that there is an upstairs office here. I'm going to let you know something, though. As you enter in, you can see one of the guards that was inspecting. There's two of them. One of them is like kind of like shaking on at the desk here, and another one's holding them on and just like, it's all right, it's all right. The person shaking, she is like, I see, I saw it. The darkness came out. Darkness attacked. And you can just see Wystera. You recognize her skin is withered. One of them says, "Don't go in there." Inside, shadows seem to be coming up the walls.
Both of you, please leave this room for your own safety.
Two of them kind of get up.
Do I see anything else?
Inside of this room, there's not much. It's just like a moldy wood, broken up chairs. That's it.
Sly? Should we... I mean, if this room stays this way, other people are going to come in and get hurt.
Can't we just like put up like a sign or something that says "Don't go in there"?
For the first time since Wystera arrived in this place, she actually guffaws out loud.
I'm just saying.
So
Do
not
we need that whatever this hassle in here is? Do we need to go through that? Like, can we not just find this precious stuff? Like, we are on like a, clock's a ticking.
you are you are absolutely right. I just visualize what that sign might say. Ugh, crap. Why does everything in this place have to be complicated?
Like, if you really want to go in there, okay, but I don't see why we need to right now.
Oh, I just hope there are no stashes of gold in there where those ugly beings are holed up.
Have those people already left that we like sent away?
Yes.
Ah, should have asked them what was in the room or what room that is. Is there any kind of labeling or like any idea,
Sign on the door,
any
DM.
inkling as to what is in that room?
Men's.
Let's see here. Not here. No plaques on this wall.
Hmm. Okay, well, I don't know. I think we check at the look around other rooms, and if this is like our last resort kind of room.
All right. Is this desk really heavy? Can the two of us move it?
It's put in like moldy, rotted wood. You can move it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's put this desk in front of the door just in case.
Sure. Just move that over.
Okay. All right. Is there anywhere else we can look, DM?
Yes, there's a lot of other places.
Okay.
You go back to the room which you had fought the abbot. His body is taken away. His blood is hard to wash off of the actual stone. The rest of the decayed matter of that, but his blood doesn't seem to be coming off of the actual stone itself.
Interesting.
You go here, and what you notice is that there is a giant sun disk that was hanging above the fireplace. The disk itself is gold, and it is worth 750 gold pieces.
Aha!
You also can see that the 4 gold candelabras, each of those, they are worth 250 gold pieces each.
I look at Sly. You're up.
All right. Sly will try and carry the how big is this sun thing?
It's big. Like, it's heavy as hell, and it is massive. Like, you can pull out your arms basically to almost your full span and lift this thing up.
Okay. I Sly'll try maneuvering this whatever way he can, but
Wystera will help. Can we, the guards didn't actually leave the entire abbey that we shoot out, did they? They just went downstairs, do something else?
Yeah, they're just kind of like around the courtyard. There's about 4 of them like in the space.
Okay.
Yeah.
I I somewhat humorously leave Sly to deal with this, and, and run out into the courtyard and see if I'll ask the guards if they can help bring this down to. Did the guards walk up, or did they come in a carriage or anything?
They walked up.
Okay.
Yeah, one of
just
them will be able to
floundering.
come over and help Sly out a little bit.
And I'll help as well, whatever I can do.
I get it. I get it.
There's one of them that just kind of says, "What is this?"
This is something which is very possibly going to make your village of Kresk a much better place. We need to
but-
get it down to the village. Do you think you could ask your comrades?
Yeah, but why is it so heavy? Why is something
Well-
so good so heavy?
It's got a lot of lead in it.
What is? But what is it on? Like, what is this? And he gestures to the sun. He gestures to that.
It's a sun, you idiot. Like what?
Excuse my
Rather
French.
embarrassed.
And so I just like keeps
We-
trying to lift it, like just
Yes, if
annoyed
you
with
could
like this guy.
please, Anna would definitely, if there's any way that all of you can help, please.
All of them kind of like start lightening the load by carrying the sun giant golden
Obelisk.
thing.
Sorry, DM, where were the candelabras? They were on the ground, right?
They were in the hall, the same hall where you guys killed the abbot. They're
Yeah,
on the table.
Okay. Yeah, so but those I presume Wystera could carry all four.
I mean, yeah, you'd probably your hands are basically occupied at that point. The only areas you have not inspected yet, you have not gone into the foyer or the madhouse itself.
If as curious as Wystera is, we've found what we came for and we're on a time limit, so her curiosity, although she really wants to check out everything, she's going to grab those candelabras and help to convince the guards as much as possible that this is important.
Okay. I'm going to let you know something here right now. The actual sun itself is not enough for this thing to work. Make an Arcana check.
And that includes the candelabras, eh?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, good job. Now's where I start rolling, like, yeah, 6.
I mean, as far as you feel, it's probably not enough, but if you add them together, it could be. Like just in isolation, they're not enough, but if you were to combine them to be able to cast a spell, you think it could work.
Okay. Yeah, I Vistra says, ugh, I knew there was a reason we should have had our cleric here. And then the foyer is right next to that hall, isn't it?
It's right next to the courtyard.
Right next to the courtyard, sorry. Yeah, just watch. And 14 skeletons appear. I'm gonna check the foyer real quick.
But sure, you go into the main foyer,
Okay.
opening it up, leading up to where the madhouse is. Still really eerie here, but there's a desk, a chair, a dark passage that leads deeper in to the madhouse, but nothing else.
Yeah, I'm not going in there. No way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
guys
I
begin
mean-
to leave the abbey.
Cross fingers, head down with our
All right.
5 objects.
We'll say that is going to be your guys' time in the abbey, making your way back to the group. Squally. Bildrath the pony Nay.
Eh.
Nay.
How would you
Nay.
smell Ildrath?
Bill.
Bildrath? It's B-I-L
Yeah,
D-R-A-T-H.
yeah, nice.
Nay. Okay.
Let's go, Bildrath.
Squally, I need you to roll a d20 for me, please.
And Vildrath bucks him off.
11.
11. Okay. What's your animal handling, just so I know?
+4.
Cool. All right. Yeah, you're having a good time with Bildrath. Just going down the road, making your way towards the tower.
Making our way downtown, walking
It's
fast.
in the rain and it's so muddy and really slushy as you go down to that tower.
But cool.
But as you are crossing the first bridge, you see something. Actually, it's someone, and they are, from this distance, not looking well, despite their very, like, they're wearing a coverage over their body, but their very fine clothes are tattered, torn, and bloodied, and they are like limping on the road and slipping in the muck.
And they're in my path.
Yes.
Do I recognize the clothing?
Make an intelligence check. You wish you had Sly's proficiency in clothes at this moment, because he would have been really good to identify the specific clothes.
12.
12. You recognize the coloration. It's definitely Vistani clothing, but it's covered up in a cloak that is a Barovian cloak.
I guess I make Bildrath into a slow trot instead of a run.
Nay.
And can I like I can't pass, hey?
I mean, you can go around them if you want.
But I recognize that it might be someone I know.
You recognize the clothes as Vistani, but you can't see the person's face.
Yeah, but if Squally thinks Vistani, he's gonna think Ratka. We're just gonna trot alongside.
Sure. You go around the outside.
Do I kind of make a peek, see if
You want to make a perception check and see?
I don't want to like look over. I just want to,
Passively?
like a
They're
little,
covering their
it's
face.
just a
They're
little
covering
like,
their face
a
from the
little,
rain. You can't make it out, not passively.
how much of a mission am I on? No, Squally knows he's got to get to Irina and he has to have no bullshit because he's alone. So Squally is gonna keep going.
All right. If that's the case, Squally, I need another D20 roll.
20.
20?
At
Pretty
20.
good.
I don't know if that's a good thing though.
You keep going down. Bildrath, the pony.
That person
can
didn't
make-
call out to me or anything.
No. And you continue down the road. As you
This is-
turn off, you see something begin to move in the trees.
Okay.
You see it shifting, wrapped up.
I want to ignore it. Squally just wants to make it to the tower.
You begin to go faster, and as you pass by it, the bundle falls down into the muck. A few feet away from you. Do you continue to ignore it?
Do I know what it is?
No, not without looking at it. It's a bundle, just like fell out of a tree. You're gonna have to look at it if you want to know what it is.
No.
Okay.
It's probably just one of bringing the wrapped up things that what's his face was keeping everywhere. So Squally's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, you tell yourself what you want to tell yourself, Squally. You tell yourself that that's all it is. And you and Bildra are just going through the rain.
Fuck.
This is Ichabod going through the forest. Holy crap.
Sorry. Okay.
You see the gnarled arms of the trees all around you,
Stop
closing
it.
in as you feel the dark shadows
Stop.
of the
No.
rain. It cuts through every rain, slicing
Ollie's a
through the
brave big
leaves.
boy.
This is
Of
awesome.
course.
Stop it.
But big boys could definitely tell when it sounds like a
His
tree.
tummy is not aching right now.
This is
There's a
awesome.
moment where you're passing by and you see a spider web. You see a little fly.
Squally loves
It
spiders.
sticks- It
He's
sticks
like,
into
"Hey,
the
bud."
web. It sticks into the web. He goes,
No. Squally's gonna keep going.
A fly swings by, lands on a web, gets eaten by a spider. Then a bird comes down and eats the spider. Then a giant toad comes and eats the bird.
is all happening all behind Squally as Squally continues to go down, doesn't notice the toad, but continues down the mucky road with
This is
Bildrath.
dumb. Squally's a big brave man. Stop it.
That's on brand.
Squally, you park outside of the tower with Bildrath soaking wet.
Thank God.
Right over, I was gonna say, yeah, there you go.
You stumble upon a haunted castle. Crackacoon.
Crackacoom.
Why am I my heart
The
rate?
Abbott
Now,
appears before
I
you.
will tell you this,
Dun-dun-dun.
Squally. You do
I
see
just got a stress reminder.
there is that glyph that had been marked before into the mud.
Did you hear that? Liam?
Oh,
I did not.
I just got a stress relax reminder on my watch. Anyways, go on.
See where that etched sigil is that was marked in the mud before outside of the tower. It's not it's not a new one, it's the old one from before, the one you dispelled.
Cool. I keep walking.
You walk over it?
Is it but I turn it off.
Do you
Didn't
walk around the do you walk around the radius of it or do you walk through it?
I walk around it. I don't know.
Fun to know.
Is it
Why?
green? It's not lit up?
It wasn't lit up before.
Wasn't
Not
it
really.
doing its thing before though?
Not really.
And then I dispelled it.
Yeah. Do you continue to walk around it, Squally, or do you walk over it?
1 second. How the frig did I spell sigil? Did I not? 1 second, 1 second.
Irina's waiting, Squally.
I understand that.
I am aware.
evil.
Ah.
So glad one of you decided to go off on your own in this valley of mud.
Hate this.
Oh.
We're gonna do a round. We're gonna go around.
Got it. Squally, driven by fear, goes around that sigil. Should have wore your brown pants. Anyway, you continue to make your way up. You get to the tower, easily do the whole arm thing. You're good. Open it up, and you go inside. What do you do?
Hint. I do the whole thingy to get up to Irina.
You got it. You stand on the thing. The clay golems.
Where's Bildrath? Can I bring
Outside.
Bildrath? Is he
Sure.
small enough that he can come inside the door so I don't just leave
He's
him
a
outside?
pony, yeah.
Cow. I want to bring him inside so I don't just leave him outside.
Nay.
Cool.
Nay. You keep going in. Nay. Nay. You just keep going in. Best thing in the world. Anyway, you make it to the top. Irina's waiting. Sees you there. So, where's everyone else?
Well, we defeated the Abbott. We've ruined the wedding, essentially. The dress is ruined, and there is no longer a zombie bride. I believe it would be best if we take you to your brother, and the rest is going to attend the reception and attempt to thwart Strahd by lying to them. I am not a good liar, so I am here to escort you, along with my steed, Bildrath.
Ah!
Hello, Bildrath. Wonderful.
Shall we go find your brother?
All right. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this. This is actually, I feel most confident with you at this moment, and I think you should give yourself more credit. I think that you are, while not an excellent liar, I think that there is some confidence that you are definitely exuding and expressing. So, thank you.
Squally, like, kind of. What color does he turn? He turns, a little pink,
Oh,
but also like a little orange. Like he's a little peachy. He's peachy right now.
peachy right now. Okay. You
Kind of ruffles up his feathers, and he's like, "Well, let's go."
King in the castle, king in the castle.
You
I have a
can never
steed.
get this.
You go down the elevator. You head out. And you begin to make your way down the road again, passing by the web.
Squally like looks at the road and is like gently like shaking, but like looks at Irina and is like confidence.
You go confidently around the sigil. You begin to confidently make your road past the toad that has now been eaten by a tree, and you
Can
keep
she
moving.
sit on Bildrath with me? Like, are we?
Are you gonna let Irina sit on Bildrath while you go while you stand beside?
Yeah, Squally's a gentleman.
Of course.
Squally's not gonna take her walk.
This is the most noble this pony has ever felt. You are giving this pony so much joy. And Irina is very happy as well. So well done. Okay. Squally. You go through the turning woods, make your way back to the main road, and you progress to go to Barovia,
Indeed.
traveling down the road.
I don't feel confident stopping in Valaki anymore on my own. So I think we will just go straight to Barovia.
Straight to the road.
Squally's
Very good.
mind changed about making extra stops.
Very good. Wystera and Sly. You two return with your riches. Come back. Is there anything else you do before what happens next happens?
Well, I think does Wystera return to both Kari and her brother? Is her brother still?
All of you carrying this, like Sly and the people, like the guards carrying this giant gold thing, drop it down. You do return with your 4 candelabras, and you do come back to Anna's home.
First of all, Wystera thanks each one of the guards. Yeah, I think Wystera would firstly get over to Tristan again and say, could we please go over this spell again and what we need to do and how long it will last, because we need to use this most effectively.
Yeah, he looks over this, and he says, here.
Is this something you can send us, DM, or should we?
Send you?
Well, yeah, so often you've got a little card of a new thing we've got, and I just trying to save you the.
Well, you just have to write down that you have a scroll
Okay.
of
All right.
Heroes Feast. Yeah.
Okay, there was a lot of stuff to go on. You listed a lot of things. I didn't get all of them the first time. That's all.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Oh, and yeah, you gotta write down the sun thing. That's like 750 gold pieces and
That I
4
got.
candelabras that are 250.
Yep, got
Yeah.
that. It was just
Great.
there was poison and there was mind control and but I didn't know how long and
Oh, yeah. You got it. You can just look at the spell for yourself for sure if you need to. It's in the player's handbook as well. But
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
Tristan does say, I don't know everything about this spell. It does require the gemstone bowl to be utilized with it. I don't know the value of everything you've brought, but unfortunately, it's one of those things where the proper channel is necessary for this to have a resounding success.
Channel?
The channeling, yes. To channel and focus the actual spell, you require to have a channeling force or like a material component that can allow for the energy to be featured and brought to the restorative quality that is necessary. A hero's feast is a bountiful gift. It's one that many warriors and heroes have with them, but they need to have something that is able to distribute the energy and the art properly, evenly, as a show of and a sign of respect, a true offering. That offering needs to be consumed and utilized. And what you have here is kind of a scattering of goods, but none of them, again, I don't know the value of everything here. So without that, it may be viewed as a twisting of the art, and it's not going to channel it as well as you could with the actual, unless you had the actual bowl.
Ah, I see.
It's possible, but something could go wrong.
Okay, thank you. Is and a certain type of spellcaster could not make up for the lack of a bowl?
It's not about the spellcaster, it is about the actual component.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you, Tristan. Just since I haven't looked it up, the one thing, how long does it last?
It lasts for 24 hours. It's an hour-long spell.
Okay. So it takes an hour and then lasts for 24. Okay. Okay, thank you. Is Anna still not with us?
Anna's rallying around with other people at this moment. But if you want to find her, you can.
I would like to find her, please.
You got it.
Okay.
You see her. She's communicating right now with the 5 people out in the rain, talking to them about what they're going to need in terms of support, talking with the guards, trying to figure out exactly how they can work with it, gifting them glasses of wine as a thank you for their service. In doing so, they get another person that's going to help because they wanted wine. But you begin to approach up to Anna to speak to her.
Right, thank you. Anna, may I have a word?
Yes, of course. What is the circumstance?
Sorry to
But
interrupt. Is there any chance there is a smelter or a goldsmith in Kresk?
here, no, there's no one that has that capabilities.
Okay, nobody that can. I know this is a weird request, but no one that can melt gold into a bowl.
We deal in farming, and that's it. I don't think there's any. You could probably look in Valaki. That could be probably your best bet.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Is there anything you need right now?
Right now, if you have individuals that want to lend their assistance to working with us here, unless if that's not the cause that we have, other than that, right now I'm occupied.
Okay, thank you. I will return if I can help in any way. Thank you. And I head back to the
Someone's at the gate! You see individuals holding up their spears up at the gate. Hold! State your business! Anna begins to make her way, and goes towards the gate. She gets up to the top of it.
Mister is gonna follow.
Okay, you follow. She does. Who are you? What is your name? Please, I've come here. I'm looking for some people, some friends. She goes, state your business.
Do I
Who
recognize?
are you? Show us your face.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do.
I run up and get up right next to Anna and say, I recognize this voice.
Pulling down the hood. See his long black hair, his darker skin, kind of his faint beard growing through upon his colored tailored outfit, jewelry around his neck, rings, blood on his face, cuts, bruises. You see the face of Radka brutally beaten.
Anna, this is Radka. He is with us. This is a good person. Please help.
If I may, I think it'd probably be best if you are speaking with them that you speak outside the walls. I don't have much of a trusting care for many of the Vistani after my experience in Valaki.
Fair enough. I jump down and ask to be let out.
Gate opens towards you. Raka kind of like falls down a little bit on the mud.
I pick him up. Try to help anyway. What happened?
Quite a few things had happened. Where is everyone else? Is it just yourself?
No, they are having difficulty letting people in Kresk because of everything that's happened. So I just ran out to see how you were. Wally is off on his own, getting Elena, and
Wait.
the rest of us are inside.
Well, wait. Where's Squally? Where is Squally?
It's a long story. What
Well,
happened?
tell me the story, okay? Tell me. I was coming here to find all of you. I saw Squally before in Valaki. Where is he now?
All right. I tell Radka the whole story of where Squally went and what to do.
We have to go. We have to go. We have to go now. We have to go
Where?
quickly to find Squally. We have to go and help him. He's going into a trap right now. He's going to be in grave danger.
To find Elena?
No. If Squally is heading down, passing Valaki, he is in danger.
Oh, shit. All right.
You need to gather up your friends. Hurry. I'll stay
Okay.
outside waiting for you.
Okay, Albert. I motion to Anna to tell the guards to let me back in.
Okay. Door opens up to you. You rush inside of Kresk.
Yeah, I quickly tell Anna what's going on and what he's just said, and that we're gonna have to go right now.
Okay. All right. Well, we've made sure we'll allocate and make sure that the wine is preserved. But all right, go. And we'll make sure the wall is bolstered and prepared. But be careful if you come back. You're able to go.
So are we DM, are we able to get this obelisk into the cart with all this wine in here?
Giant disc? No.
Fuck.
No, you're gonna have to let some of it out.
Fuck. We could get it in without some of the wine?
If you get rid of the barrels, then yeah, definitely, no problem. And you'd have a little bit of room still. But like the barrels are one thing. The bottles are kind of scattered around, and you can tuck them. But yeah,
Sly, what do you think? We have to get rid of the barrels if we're going to keep this obelisk, and we need this obelisk.
Yeah. Did you tell the group about Squally?
No,
Yeah,
not
or not?
yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just. So I tell Sly
okay.
and say we got to get these out. We have to hurry. Radka's
Okay,
waiting.
before you even Sly's already like getting like the minute you say like Squally's heading into a trap, then Sly starts like emptying, like taking the barrels out and making room
okay.
I hold
like
I
as
hold
fast
the
as he
flap.
can.
I hold the
Eren's
flap.
helping you out with one hand. It's getting that.
He's like
You see
fine,
that-
like us. Yeah.
Yeah. People immediately see barrels go out, and Aaron's like,
If we
"Oh,
like put it, yeah, if we like put it in, that's what just on or something.
yeah, absolutely."
Sorry,
Start
Anna,
carrying
we
it
have
through.
no choice.
It's all right. Start getting that through. Kari hears about this and is immediately going to start focusing. Okay, we gotta go get Squally. Goes to Tristan and she says, "May midnight be with you." He says, "And with you." And they go through. They send off. You load
Okay.
up. You get ready to go. You get into the cart. You head out with the wagon. Head outside. Tristan or Radka steps in. You mind if I step into the back? I'll tell you what I can.
Of course.
Sets into the back. Where's everybody positioned in the wagon, just so I know?
Sly would have probably sat shotgun.
Yeah, I'd definitely be at the front.
His
Front.
Eren and Kari are in the back or wherever they can
Got it.
fit.
He's going to be communicating, but opening up the back tent, so the back, the kind of like the canvas of
Yeah.
it, so that he can talk to all of you about this.
Yeah.
So,
Radka, do you have? This is not what you think it is, but do you have anything worth anything, any riches, any
what are you
baubles?
talking about right now? What are we doing? Is
No,
what? You
just
want to
tell
talk
me.
about?
Just tell me. This is about Squally. Do you have anything in there that's worth?
Me personally, I don't know that we might have something like a treasure tent or something, but that's
Not
we
here.
we can take in that direction.
Okay, no. I meant in your thing that you came in.
My caravan, my actual caravan.
Yeah.
I may have something. We might have something there, or even at.
Okay, don't worry about it. If
Martin's.
it's not obvious, it's fine. Let's go.
Great. We'll think about it when it gets important, I guess. But right now, listen.
Oh, it's important.
Great. This may be more important. It might save Squally's life if we can get there fast enough. We have to go fast.
Drovash.
As I was making my way, as I was going through Valaki, I had noticed Squally was through with some kind of an illusion, Nobody else seemed to have noticed. But then I had heard there was commotion afterwards. I was trying to find Squally. I'd seen that one of the vampires that was in the spawn that was in they antagonized them, and I was trying to make my way through. And then I had noticed there was a gathering at the main gate, at the western gate. And what happened was, as I was there was a Eragol. He had talked about he was angry. Everyone that would come through, they were like raving about these people, and I asked who it was, and they were talking about that there was this bird and the devil creature and basically all of you. And I said, I know these people, and they said, do you know these people? And then they started attacking me. They were beating me, and they were beating me, and then they were basically saying that Luvash, Eragol's brother, is dead. Do you know about this?
Do I know about this? I don't think so.
I think you know about the Vistani that you stabbed in the middle of the
Well, that was-
street.
That was his name.
Whose blood you guys took to a
right,
blood
right.
spear ritual.
We did not learn his name.
He attacked Squally, and I would not have that.
Well, he is one of the leading captains of the Vistani caravans. In fact, he is in charge of one of the largest encampments that are here stationed in the Valley of Barovia, and he is Eragol's older brother. So,
Well, he was a bit of a dick.
well, like that or not, whether we disagree or disagree, I agree with you. But unfortunately, he's a very important person. And unfortunately, you killed a very important person who is now the cause of a meeting that has happened between Eragol and Miss Wystera.
Oh, Wystera.
Apparently, he has intentions to be speaking to her about having the actual spawn that have aligned themselves in Valaki to be hunting you all. And while that meeting is underway, they have set up roadblocks across the road.
Excellent.
So,
All right. Do you have a suggestion? Are there lesser known roads?
there is only one road. The only way to travel is across through the woods themselves. And essentially, this is not going to travel well in the woods. I don't know
Right.
where Squally is, but perhaps we have a better chance. But we're going to have to dump this and find a way to travel through the woods. And then, from there, reach up with my caravan.
All right. How far can we go in our caravan now?
Travel some way. We can find a safe place to store it. I don't know exactly where it can be completely safe, but before we get to the road, to the
And that's what we
blockades,
do. Okay, that's what we
Right.
do.
we'll have to catch up fast. Huh. Oh. I hope Squally is all right. We cut to
Me-
Squally right now, walking alongside with Bildrath and Esmeralda on top on the pony.
And everything's fine.
Absolutely. Squally, I want
Boy,
you
I
to
love living.
Squally, I want you to please make a perception check.
Make it a good one.
14.
Got it. Okay, 14. You see up along the road, there is a wagon that is pulled off to the side.
A roadblock?
No. It's not. Off to the, no, it's off to the side of the road. There
Okay.
seems to be some Vistani individuals kind of like standing outright. There's about 3 or 4 of them, and they're just kind of going inside their wagon, pulling out some stuff, all wrapped up in bundles, similar to the one that fell out of the tree. But they start passing off bundles to each other. One of them's kind of armed with a crossbow to their side. But yeah, you begin to make your approach along the road with Esmeralda, or with
Now-
Irina.
Hang on. I was bitch slapped by one of these guys not too long ago, right?
Yes, you were.
And I'm pretty pissed at Wystera for leaving us because of this thing that happened. Not to think something's wrong, but I don't. I just got bitch slapped and Wystera fucked some shit up. I feel like Squally would do something. Now I'm thinking I would use disguise self just and whisper to Irina and just quickly throw on my handsome man disguise.
Very good.
So I'm gonna do that.
Great. Handsome man disguise.
And I tell Irina that I'm just worried they might recognize me.
Says, all right. You begin to walk down the road, passing by the Vistani that are set up. One with the crossbow looks at you, looks at Irina, looks back at you. They continue to patrol. And one of them begins to set up kind of like a roadblock that covers up the road itself, made out of wood that is set.
We keep going until that point.
I need you to roll one more d20 for me, please, Squally.
19.
19. As you are walking across the road here, you pass by the Vistani, and as you do, you hear behind you a loud clap of thunder. To
Okay.
succeed. Second. Loud clap of thunder. Boom. As you do, the barricade in front shatters behind you. You see two of the Vistani fly backwards. Two of them hold their grounds and pull up crossbows. And coming up out of the woods, not 40 feet from you, you see tiny little stick creatures going to attack the Vistani.
Ah! Look. I beeline it with
Move,
freaking
trusty
Strahd.
steed.
Let's go.
Hey, nay! You begin to run as a druid and these twig blights begin to attack the Vistani. And it looks like you are going to be making your way across all alone, hoping to sneak past these roadblocks. Maybe your allies are going to be able to help you out and catch up. But we're going to find out at our next session.
Nice. Stick people to the rescue.
I don't know if they're rescuing me.
Well, no, but
They're definitely not
And
rescuing
Squally's
me.
just stumbling
it's a better
into
story.
the ambush.
A way better story if that's happening.
Holy cow. That was fun.
Exciting.
That was really cool.
I'm so excited for a split party. It's so gonna be good.
And you just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control.
Oh boy, we got a very interesting session going to be happening next time. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen next time. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here, and we'll catch you next time. with Novice DMing and for the Curse of Strahd. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Ah.
Don't you wish at this moment that the only thing that happened to you was that you just had your bones now?
No, I'm still happy with my feathers.
Okay.
I'd rather not be all bones.
Not all bones. That's good.